you have a lot of shoulder stiffness or even pain? If so, then you're in luck, because I'm going to show you one move that's going to open up your shoulders in less than a minute. So before we dive in and I show you this simple move, we have to collect some baselines. So let's say I have a lot of stickiness in my shoulder on the left here. The first movement we want to see is our shoulder flexion. Can we get it up to about 180 degrees where your bicep covers your ear? If you have stiff shoulders, you're probably not going to make that range. So that's one baseline. The second baseline is just trying to reach behind your back as far as you can. And I'm feeling super sticky right here. Most of us should be able to touch that shoulder blade on the opposite side, no problem. So after quickly assessing our shoulder mobility, let's do the stretch. And all you need for this move is a stick. This is a PVC pipe. You can use a dowel or a broom at home. And what you're gonna do is hold on to the stick at the bottom. So I'm gonna be stretching my left side here. And then on the opposite side, I'm gonna hold on with my other hand. And what you're gonna do is just drive your shoulder straight back into this extension range. Now I'm going until I feel a ton of tension or a stretch, especially on the front side of the shoulder here. I'm gonna touch it and then I'm gonna go pressure off, pressure on. So I'm gonna do a good 10 to 15 of these, trying to see if I can go further and further before I hit that tension. And I can tell this is loosening up quite a bit already. And from the backside view, you'll see that I'm trying to drive this straight behind. If a lot of you have tension, you're gonna wanna veer off to the side. So think about going straight backwards, or a simple tip is you can just go up against a wall and do it so then you stay within that plane. Now, if that's too easy to take it up to the next level, if I'm holding onto the stick like this, I'm gonna turn my thumb inward, then hold onto the stick. And now we're gonna drive that extension and internal rotation range. So you should be a lot more limited with this hand position, but it's going to stretch the joint way more efficiently. And if you know me and my channel, I'm all about minimum effective dose. So I'm gonna do a good 2 more here, trying to get into that range as much as possible. And by all means, if you have too tight sides, then don't discriminate and feel free to do the other side while you're at it. So after that simple stretch, we're just gonna reassess the baselines from before. So the first one we did was shoulder flexion. So when you come up now, is it smoother? Can we almost get to that 180? Or for some of you, can you now go past that 180? If so, then we know this is a really good and effective stretch for you. But we had that second baseline. So now can you reach further behind your back? I'm still sticky through this range, but I can get a little bit higher. Again, this was just one stretch that takes less than a minute. So if I built this stretch in throughout my day, especially if my shoulder's always bugging me, then this is gonna continue to loosen up each time I do it. And that's why with mobility training, consistency is key. So if you do it once, it'll open up. Great, you can have a good time for 10, 15 minutes, but it's gonna start to tighten back up if you don't build in that consistency throughout the day. So if you have tight shoulders, what you're gonna do is this move at least 3 times a day, doing 10 to 15 reps for a 2-week period. After a 2-week period, that's enough data with consistency to know if this 1-minute stretch took care of your shoulder problem. Now, opening up the range is the easy part, but the hardest part is holding on to that range for longer periods. So if you want to know how to loosen up your shoulder more and then reinforce it with specific exercises, then you need to check out this video to take your shoulder health to the next level.